claustrophobic mind, and I am not the decent kind. Baby, I just wanna take you home, to lose the grip and make it on your own. Lady, you got a claustrophobic mind, and I am not the vagrant kind. Not the vagrant kind. Yeah!
Yes, guys. How is everyone? Hope everyone's doing well. Welcome back to the channel. First off, I need to find out because I've just got this new mic and I'm still trying to work it out. So I need to know if you can hear me. So let me know if you can hear me okay in the chat, guys, because this new microphone I've got is a bit sensitive and I'm trying to work it out still. So yeah, let me know if you can hear me in the chat and we can move. Yeah, all good. Yeah. Yeah, all right. Sounds good. Sounds good. Excellent. So, guys, welcome back to the show. Hope you're doing well. Sorry that I haven't been around for a while, guys. I've had bad headache / migraine for the last few days. Getting over it. Feeling tired. Been sleeping a lot, but feeling better now. Back on it now. Back to doing shows after while we're in international break. So that's always the way in it. So, but yeah, thank you very much for joining me, guys. Do appreciate it. Don't forget to hit them likes, hit them subscribe, hit them the share button, all that good stuff. And we're going to get on with the show today. We're going to talk about contracts. We're going to be talking about, obviously the three boys in Salah, Mo, and Salah and Mo. It's the same person. In Virgil, Trent, and Mo, we're going to talk about their contract situations. Konate and Quansah getting new contracts as well, which I like. And also, I don't know if you've heard about the Man City stuff. So, yeah, Man City won their appeal today for about the sponsorship stuff now. And I think it's what they've done is correct. Now, people might not like this, but I'm a bit peed off that our football club tried to stop it happening, because all it does is shows that our club aren't interested in spending their own money. Now sponsorship. So basically how it works now, before, so Man City would have a sponsorship. They'd bring it to the Premier League. The Premier League would say that sponsorship isn't worth that valuation, so it doesn't meet PSR stuff, and they couldn't. So Liverpool could do what City are doing. Everyone can do the same, guys. Let's sit here right now. Liverpool could go and do exactly the same. Go and do exactly the same thing. Go and get sponsorship deals in the way you want to get sponsorship deals. Go and resource the best sponsors to get the best money for your football club. We can all do the same thing. So I'm a bit peed off that Liverpool are one of the 10 clubs that didn't want it to go through. I also feel like this is actually where this is now where Liverpool sell up. I think this is where Liverpool now go and sell up, guys. I expect FSG to sell the football team now. I really do. Really do. I think this is where we see the end of FSG, because FSG didn't want this to go through. They're one of the 10 clubs that didn't want this to go through. In fact, the clubs that didn't want this to go through, the majority of them were American-owned clubs. There were American-owned clubs were the ones that didn't want this to go through. So all I can feel now is that there's almost no point of FSG being around. The audio is slightly poppy again. It's the network. Is it poppy? It should be all clear. Let me have a look. Let me have a look. Yeah, mine sounds all right. Yeah, it sounds okay on my end. Right, it sounds okay on my end. Yeah, I just feel like now with all this coming through, I just can't see how FSG are going to stay at Liverpool, guys. You know, I just don't see how they're going to stay at Liverpool. Oh yeah, I know that's Liverpool Truth TV. That's what we're talking about. The dispute between the sponsorship deals. Yeah, we're not talking about the 115. We're just talking about the sponsorship deals today. I just can't see like. So Arsenal's owners, Liverpool's owners, I think the majority of them, the 10 clubs, I know West Ham are in there as well, but I think the majority of clubs are American-owned or American-backed football clubs. They're the ones who rejected this proposal and tried to appeal it and stop this happening. It's because they don't want to spend their own money. They don't want, free interest loans again. A lot of these clubs get free interest loans. City don't have to get a free interest loan. They get better deals. I just feel like now FSG can't compete anymore. Like literally. Newcastle, Man City, you got to think of Newcastle as well, guys. Newcastle have been stopped. Newcastle got the wealthiest owners in world sport. They've got the wealthiest owners in world sport. And they've not been able to spend money. They've not been able to recruit sponsorship deals that they could easily recruit because the Premier League before said their valuation doesn't match the Premier League's valuation on that sponsorship deal and it would break PCR rules. That is basically why Newcastle have not been able to spend the way we all think or all thought Newcastle would. Now, Newcastle go, with this now rule being apparently unlawful in the eyes of the court, Newcastle will now be able to recruit the sponsorship deals they've been trying to recruit since the owners bought the football club. I just don't see how now FSG are able. Big up, Nicholas. No, Nicholas, I'm just literally reading what was in broken today. I was just reading what's broken today. And as I said it before, guys, I don't think FSG can compete with this new rule. I just don't think FSG can compete with this new rule. Yeah, that's where I read the Premier League statement. The leaked email that came out today is all over the internet. That's what I'm reading from. It's what I'm reading from. What it is, guys, it's so basically the sponsorship deals, you have to take every sponsorship deal to the Premier League and the Premier League evaluate that sponsorship deal. So if you got a sponsorship deal, you say you're from a certain company and they want to sponsor and put money into the football club, you go to the Premier League, you tell them, and they tell them, right, this sponsorship is valued at, so much money, and the Premier League would go, no, your valuation of that sponsor is wrong, and if you go ahead with that sponsor, you break PSR rules. You break the Premier League standard regulation rules, and you won't be able to use that sponsor. And that's what it's apparently all about. Now, I keep saying we could do exactly the same thing. We could do exactly the same thing, guys. We're really good. There's nothing stopping Liverpool doing the same thing, guys. We could do the same thing as all these clubs. John W. Henry and all that are wealthy. We could do the same thing, guys. But are we? It opens up the door for a lot of football clubs now to get the sponsorship deals they've been wanting to get through the door originally. So Liverpool could go and do the same thing. Newcastle are not going to be allowed to pour money into the government money from Saudi Arabia. I don't know, man. I don't know what I've been reading. Look, guys, I've only gone off of what I've been reading today and a leaked email from the Premier League itself. So there's a leaked email from the Premier League itself. That's all I've been reading today. So if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'm just going for I'm just going back from what these leaked emails actually come from the Premier League guys. You know, the news today. I think is it Matt Law, the journalist who's put this out today, and he's got it in his article today, and it's all in there with the leaked Premier League email as well, discussing about these sort of things. So I'm only going from there. So if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'm just reading from. I'm just reading from that point of view. But for me, if that's the case, FSG, I would expect to sell up in the next few years because I don't think they'll be able to compete. And, you know, for people that want FSG out, you know, and want them to set up this rule that's going to come in, you know, might be the one they need. I'm not sure, guys. I'm not sure that, you know, look. Do we sit here and believe there's corruption in football? I think we all do, yeah. I think everyone in the chat right now believes there's corruption in football, yeah. I think we all believe it. We don't know where it comes from. Do we believe the Premier League? I think the Premier League is corrupt, allegedly, before I get done. But, you know, you look what happened to Everton and stuff like that. You know, I don't know. I've always been on a thing. If you got money, you should be able to spend it. That's just me personally, guys. Honestly, guys, that's me personally. If you've got money and you're willing to spend money, I think you should be able to spend it. Now, I've said it, if you're a self-sustainable football club, you could spend more money than a lot of other clubs in the world being self-sustainable if you're a ginormous football club. There's no doubt about that either. Like Liverpool have the ability to spend hundreds of millions every summer because the amount of money, you know, Liverpool generate. You know, you can be self-sustained and spend a shitload of money. You can be owned and spend a shitload of money. I just feel like if you've got money to spend and it's fine, you should be allowed to spend it, in my opinion, because look, I think I think we all wanted Qatar. You remember that, about a year or so ago, when we heard that FSG was sending up, David Ornstein put out that article that Liverpool might be selling out, FSG looking to sell. And we was all looking for Qatari ownership. Like a lot of fans, we can't pretend now, we weren't looking for Qatari ownership. We weren't. The reason we were looking for Qatari ownership is because they'd spend shitloads of money. They'd spend shitloads of money. And I remember us doing videos and doing streams. You know, we were thinking about the players that we're going to buy. You know, the players that we could go now in the market. Oh, it's possible now for us to go and get a Musiala and stuff like that. So, yeah, we all dreamt it that time. I don't know what is going on with this StreamYard. Is fucked, man. Yeah, the more we read about it, the more we learn about it, guys. We'll find out, yeah. I'll just leave it there for now because I've not learned enough about it right now. I've not learned enough about it. I need to read more about it, take notes and all that, and revise it a little bit better. But I'm just reading what's been breaking the last hour or so. The news that have been breaking the last hour or so, that I'm just bringing that to you guys. Just having a chat. I will learn more about it as well as we go on. There's probably stuff we need to know, more things we need to read about, more things we have to find out about. You know, but yeah, look, I would love us to spend more. But I think we all want to spend money. That's the thing, ain't it? But you know, as long as everything's done legally, in my opinion, as long as everything's done legally, then I think things are fair game. As long as it's done legally, I think everything's fair game. But for everyone who wants that, look, guys, for everyone who wants FSG out, if this rule does get changed, if this rule does get changed, it will help FSG probably sell up the football club. You know, if this does get changed, if City have won this appeal in court and, you know, are allowed to change the way they do sponsorships now in Premier League football, and if that has changed and Liverpool were one of the 10 teams that were against it, now if you're an FSG outer and you want them out of the club, this is a possible way that you see them leave the football club because they won't be able to compete. They won't be able to compete. Big up, Bear. Yeah, I heard that Pep's contract extension for 2 years as well. Big up, Tony. How you doing, man? Commission agreed on 2 points with Man City, but agreed with the Premier League most of the clauses. Yeah. And what were the 2 points? Because that's what I'm, Tony, this is what I'm just reading now. I'm just looking at stuff right now, and it's very confusing, ain't it? It is very confusing. I think the main thing is, Tony, the main thing is that, so in Man City's point of view, they want a certain sponsorship. They bring that sponsorship to the Premier League, and the Premier League, what City are saying is that the Premier League are saying City are overvaluating their sponsorship or undervaluating their sponsorship, and that goes against PSR, so you can't have that sponsorship. And I think that's the only thing City want clear of, or something like that. It's mad. You know, it's crazy. I don't fully. I'm not fully understanding it just yet. I know a lot of Man City fans are extremely happy. I think it's something we're gonna have to look into and read a lot more up, before, you know, we talk about it more probably. But I just thought I'd speak to you guys because I know some of you guys are probably reading it already online as well, and you probably know more than I do about it. So I learn off you guys. Double A says, Jamie, this will most likely push clubs into the Super League. Yeah, I heard that one doing ramblings today as well. Yeah, because the thing with the Super League as well, when they said about the Super League sponsorship will be more easier attainable in the Super League as well, because you won't have to go through this law and that law. So I can see that coming. Big says, honestly, if you all believe the EU is supporting and stands up for anyone to be able to spend your money the way you want, perhaps you should go check the EU regulation regarding betting rules. Very true, Mickey. Very true. Michael, Jamie, I just sent you a DM about the statements from Man City in the Prem. Awesome. See, this is what I need. See, this is what I need. Big up, Michael. Let's have a look here. I want to get things right. So, quite a contrasting wording between the statements from Man City on the left and the Premier League on the right on findings related to associated transaction rules. So, this is the Man City statement. The club has succeeded with its claim the associated party transaction APT rules have been found to be unlawful and the Premier League's decision on 2 specific Man City sponsorship transactions have been set aside. The tribunal found that both the original APT rules and the current amended APT rules violate UK competition law and violate the requirements of prudential fairness. The Premier League was found to have abused its dominant position. Interesting wording now. The Premier League welcomes the tribunal's findings, which endorse the overall objectives, framework, and decision making of the APT system. The tribunal upheld the need for the APT system as a whole and rejected the majority of Manchester City's challenges. Moreover, the tribunal found that the rules are necessarily in order for the league's financial controls to be effective. What the fuck does all this mean? The tribunal did, however, identify a small number of discrete elements of the rules which do not, in their current form, comply with competition and public law requirements. More information below. These elements can quickly and effectively be remended in league and clubs. So we got a bit of a battle here. So one side are saying the Man City side have put out a statement basically saying we won. We've got everything we won. The Premier League are putting out a statement that says, yeah, Man City pretty much lost on everything but a couple of things. It's just, I don't know what is going on. We need clarification. I think all clubs need clarification because this isn't a one-man, this ain't a one-team, two-team, three-team, four-team Premier League. It's 20 Premier League teams. There's 96 English clubs that all are going to either benefit or it's go to ruin. I don't know. So we need clarification on these rules, man. We need to know where everyone stands. Now, as I keep saying, for me, I think in a free world, if you've got money, you should be able to spend it as long as you do everything else legally, as long as you abide by the rules and pay taxes and all this sort of stuff. If you've got money, you should be able to spend it, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. Some people might not like that opinion. Some people might think, you know, if you've got an owner who's worth trillions and trillions of pounds and can spend on what they want, you might have to put a rule there to stop them destroying football, because I get that. I do get it. But look, if you've got money and you're willing to spend it and you're doing it legally, then yeah, it's just it's mad to me. It's absolutely mad to me. What I do, guys, let me put this on the screen for you. We'll get to our actual things in a minute. So I'll put this on the screen. So this is the first statement, guys. This is the first statement. We've read that already. The club this is from Manchester City. So this is from Manchester City statement here. The club has succeeded with its claim. The associated party rules have been found to be unlawful, and the Premier League's decision on two specific Man City sponsored transactions have been set aside. So that's Man City's point of view on it. Their statement. That's what their club have put out today, and this is what the Premier League has said. So the Premier League have said the Premier League welcomes the tribunal's findings, which endorse the overall objectives, framework, and decision-making of the APT system. The tribunal upheld the needs of the APT system as a whole and rejected the majority of Manchester City's challenges. Moreover, the tribunal found that the rules are necessarily in order for the league's financial controls to be effective. We live in a crazy world, guys. We live in a crazy world. I don't know where we are. I don't know what we're standing on. I don't know how football's going to go and look now. I literally, I don't know where football's going, guys. I literally don't know where football's going. But all I'm saying is, for the people that want FSG out, if Man City do win this, and if Man City do win the 115 charges against them as well, then FSG are probably going to sell the football club. You know, and they're probably going to sell the football club to someone who can actually spend money on the football club in their eyes. So it could work out for the people that want them gone. It could work out actually good, you know. But it might not be good for football entirely. I just don't know. It's all too confusing for me, guys. It's all too confusing for me. I don't really understand it enough to really talk about it, I suppose. But I thought I'd just bring it up because, you know, it's literally breaking news, and it's quite important news for all Premier League clubs, ain't it? It's all important news for Premier League clubs. So, yeah. Right, contract talks. Yeah, Tony. that's what I'm saying. I'm just going to sit back and watch what happens now, man. I'm going to sit back and watch what happens now, man. And see what happens. But I just thought I'd bring a little bit up because, you know, it's breaking and I think it affects us because we were one of the clubs that rejected it. You know, we were one of the 10 clubs that rejected it. So, breaking news, Gerald Quansah has just signed a contract extension. As we are live right now, Gerald Quansah said, I couldn't be happier at this minute. I think the new manager has come in, his coaching style has definitely been a massive part of that. And I think it's the best club in the world for me to develop and become a better player. So Gerald Quansah has literally just signed a brand new contract with Liverpool. 5-year deal, I do believe. 5-year deal, I do believe, guys, as well for Mr. Gerald Quansah as well. So, yeah, Gerald Quansah signing a brand new deal there. Let's get some more news on this. Let's get you guys in the chat. What are you saying about this Quansah news, guys? What's everyone saying about the Gerald Quansah news? Good news, bad news, what we're saying, because we're going to get to everything. We're going to break it all down in a minute, guys. I want to hear what you guys are saying, though. You happy that Quansah signed a new deal, 5-year deal? Yeah, a lot of everyone in chat, Quansah contract announcement, yes. Yeah, good news and good news. Great news. Good to hear. Yeah, I think we all like Gerald Quansah. I think we can see him as a future centre-back for Liverpool in the years to come. He's only a young lad right now, still learning the trade, making mistakes, but learning from mistakes and trying to become a better footballer for it. So, yeah, we want these young guys coming from our academy eventually to be first-team footballers. It's what every football fan wants. It's what every football fan dreams of. I think Quansah, comes from St Helens, only, if I remember rightly. So it's near the area. He's Liverpool through and through, man. So, yeah, this is good news all round. Big up, Premier League will not allow Liverpool to be taken over by them. Do you not think, Nicholas? Do you not think? Big up, Nicholas. You might be right, man. You might be right. Yeah, very good news indeed. My G, yes, definitely. Great news, brilliant news, happy. This is decent news, some decent news coming out. Electric cars is the future. To be fair, City have a point. It's like comparing oranges and apples. None City would have achieved a lot higher sponsorship than for instance, Bournemouth had to qualify. What's the going rate is? Yeah, exactly, Tone. That's what I'm saying, man. Great news. I mean, he wouldn't get a new contract if Slot didn't rate him. Exactly. Yeah, it's Warrington, ain't he? Yeah, Warrington. So is that near St Helens? Where's what? Is Warrington in between? Is that near Leeds or in between Leeds and Manchester or something like that? I can't remember now. He's not far from the area anyway, northwest area. Now for the bad news. So before we get to that news, obviously the other news is it looks like we might have news on Konate signing a new deal soon as well, which is something we've been asking for because we only realised it pretty much this season is that Konate only had 2 years left in his contract. The club have noticed and recognised that he had 2 years left in his contract. So Michael Edwards and Richard Hughes are doing the right thing. They're doing what the people last year didn't do with Mo Salah, Trent and Virgil, and they've made sure Konate looks like he's going to sign a brand new contract. Can't lose Ibu Konate. What is he, 24? 24? Absolute fantastic centre-back. Definitely the future of Liverpool Football Club as our centre-back. He will be eventually, our number one centre-back in years to come. And I'm glad Liverpool look like they're trying to tie up that contract as well with Ibu Konate, giving him a massive new deal and well-deserved for Konate as well. But, it's what the people in charge should have done last year when they noticed that, Thingy's only got a couple of years left in his contract and they just let it go, You know, big up Richard. Big up Richard. Yeah, I agree, Ali. I'm going to get to this in a minute, man. I'm going to get to this in a minute. I agree. Big up FC Shank. I hope you're doing well. It's in Cheshire. Oh, it's in Cheshire, is it? So, yeah. He's right round the corner. So, yeah. He's a local boy almost. So, let's talk about... Yeah, Schmack was busy in IB for smoking the vape. Like, this is what I'm saying. They're looking for the future. Quansah contract, 5-year deal, massive. Yeah, get these young guys under contracts. Get these young guys who we think have got a future at football club. Get them under contract. So I'm happy with the Quansah stuff. The Konate stuff, we might hear stuff come out today, later on today, or maybe tomorrow. That looks like Konate might be signed up as well, which would be really good news as well. No doubt about it. You know, I say Konate is our future. He's our future. There's no two bones about it. But let's get to the other three. Our three best players, you could argue, or three of our best players anyway. So Fabrizio has just tweeted out saying, with Virgil, Trent and Salah, the situation remains the same. They are negotiating, but there is no breakthrough in talks. Conversations are still ongoing, and I can guarantee all three players are giving their priority to Liverpool. Which, you know, you want to hear that. You want to hear that they're giving our priority. But let's go to what Paul Joyce, because he broke all this news last night. Paul Joyce, as always, breaking all this news last night. Paul Joyce said this last night as well. Sporting director Richard Hughes has acknowledged that the situation regarding Trent, Virgil and Salah's contract is far from ideal and is motivated to prevent similar scenarios happening to other members of the squad. This is a big one. You know, this is what Richard Hughes is saying here is basically having a pop. Richard Hughes having a pop here. So, let me get... There we go, it should be. So, this is what Paul Joyce said last night. Sporting director Richard Hughes acknowledged the situation regarding Trent, Virgil and Salah's contracts is far from ideal and is motivated to prevent similar scenarios happening with other members of the squad. You know, and then we've gone and signed Konate and Quansah up. And this is where I want to get to. I can't blame. The Wi-Fi kept going. It should be good now. B Winnie, is it all right now? Is it okay now? My Wi-Fi kept cutting out a little bit, so hopefully it should be okay now. B Winnie, let me know, guys. Let me know because my Wi-Fi is playing a madness right now. It might be my computer more than the Wi-Fi, so I might need to get a new computer. But hopefully everything's okay right now. Let me know, guys. Let me know in the chat if it's pissing around. Yeah, it's annoying as hell, man. It might be messing up my sound a bit as well. But we carry on. So Sporting Director Richard Hughes acknowledges the situation regarding Trent, Virgil and Salah contracts is far from ideal and is motivated to prevent similar scenarios happening with other members of the squad. As I keep saying, he's not having a dig, but he can't be blamed for coming to the football club and having three of these guys on 1 year left in their contract. Nicholas, it's not. I think it's more my computer than it's my Wi-Fi because my Wi-Fi download speed is high. It's just my computer. I'm going to have to sort it out. I might have to use my laptop from now on because it is really driving me mad. I don't know why this is happening. Connor said Klopp had too much player. Double A says blame the previous regime for allowing all three players to get to the last years of their contracts. You can't put that on you. So, yeah, I agree, man. You know, Richard Hughes and co can't be blamed for, you know, can't be blamed for this. They just can't. Yeah, we just read that out. Keep it real. About Quansah. Big up to you, man. We just read all that out. Richard says, I'll be trying to renew Salah for 2, Virgil for 3, and get him on different time frames. Yeah, that's the thing that's peed me off, Richard. That Salah, Trent, and Virgil's contracts all run out at the same time. That should never have happened. Their contracts should have been different time frames. Letting their 3 contracts run out exactly the same time is a bit of a joke, really. I don't see a downside. Give them length of deal if they drop off, sell them. Yeah, Tone, I'm with you, man. You know, there are 3 of our better players, especially Virgil. You know, at this moment in time, it's the way I've looked at the season so far. I think Virgil is the hardest to replace. I just do. I think replacing Virgil is almost impossible. I think replacing Virgil is almost impossible, guys. I just don't know how we go about replacing Virgil van Dijk right now. You know, I think you can't replace Mo Salah for the player that he is with the goals and the GA he gets every year. So what you can do, you can find a right winger that might be able to keep the ball a little bit better, go past his man a little bit better, you know, and things like that, and you know, not break down play. You could find a right winger that could do that, but you might not get the goals that right winger gave you from Mo. So you're replacing Mo in a different kind of way. I just don't see, you know, as I've seen this season kick on so far, we've played, 10 games in all competitions so far this season. Virgil, for me, just stands head and shoulders, man. Unless you go and get someone like a Bastoni or something like that, well, I don't think it's going to leave Liverpool, leave Italy. I just don't know you go and get, because he's so good. He's so calm at the back. His passing is so underrated. You know, his passing is excellent. His composure at the back as well. His positioning at the back. He manages the whole back four. He's the boss in charge. He's telling everyone what to do in their duties. Will he make mistakes, Virgil? Of course he will make mistakes, because all footballers make mistakes. No footballer's perfect. Everyone makes mistakes. But for me, he's still the best around. He's still the best around. I just don't see a better centre-back than Virgil right now. I believe there's great centre-backs, don't agree? I think Rudiger and Saliba and players like that, they're fantastic centre-backs, but they're not Virgil van Dijk for us. For Liverpool. Maybe for other clubs, you know, but for Liverpool Football Club, for our football club, I don't think you can get better than Virgil van Dijk right now. I really don't. You know, he's the one I think we struggle to... I think he's the one we struggle to get a replacement for. I think players like Salah and all that, and Trent, I think you can replace them. It might sound absolutely balmy. It might sound absolutely balmy, but I think I can go and buy a right back who'll do a right back job at a high level that can replace. That can replace this. Oh my God, what is going on with this? Blood. Sorry, God. My computer, I've just lost my whole screen. Just lost my whole bloody screen. This computer, man. I need a new computer. But yeah, that's the centre back market is VVD. Everyone else, get Mark Guay. He's a solid. Costs a few quid though. Yeah, Mark Guay is going to cost you 70 million quid, and I don't think Mark Guay and Konate would work together. I think you need that. I don't know. I think you'd see a massive difference if Virgil's not playing for us guys. I honestly believe you'll see a massive difference if Virgil van Dijk is not actually playing for our football club. It's just so the man's just so good. And he doesn't get his credit, I don't think, because it's become so normalised how good Virgil is that he's probably not getting the credit this season that he deserves. For me, he's the best defender in the league right now. He's the best defender in the league right now, without a shadow of a doubt. And because it's so normalised how good he is, he's not getting that. He's not getting that love like Saliba and that are right now. It's just because it's normalised. Yeah, I just don't see. I just don't see how we replace Virgil right now. I think Virgil resigns. I hope Virgil resigns. I hope Virgil resigns because at 33 years of age, going on 34, look how good he looks. Look how good Virgil looks at 33, 34. He looks better than a lot of centre-backs in Europe that are a lot younger than him. And I just give him the contract, man. Just give Virgil the contract. Look, I know they're negotiating. The clubs are negotiating. They're trying to find the best situation for club and player, I suppose. I think with the players, it's about years on the deal. I assume that Virgil and Salah might want a bit of longer length of contract because of their age. And with Trent, it might be more about valuation because of his age. So there's this sticking point. But it's so hard getting players to sign new deals when they've got only 8 months left in their contract. And this is the situation Liverpool Football Club are in right now. And I can't sit here and go, right, this is Michael Edwards' fault, this is Richard Hughes' fault. It's not. They came into the job on the 1st of June. Then we had the Euros and a Copa America, pre-season and Premier League started. And we had a brand new manager. And a brand new manager at the same time. So it was very difficult to sit the players down and go, right, let's sign new deals. Rich Hughes and Michael Edwards have got so much work to do. They came to a football club where they've lost their legendary manager. Some players need to go out the window. Some players need to leave it in the transfer window. Some players need to be loaned. Some need to be bought in. They don't know what Slot wants yet. Slot, there's no point signing guys up if Slot don't want them as well at the same time. So all that has to be worked in together. I can't blame them guys. I blame the people that are in charge of our football club the last 2 years. They're the ones to blame for it. Not anyone. A manager and a sporting director and the chairman and the owner, whoever it is, they're letting their contracts go down. It's just balmy. Absolutely balmy. Be it honestly, said Real Madrid has agreed with Dani Carvajal to extend his contract until June 26th, until the end of the season. Valverde will play right back. Yeah. So big up Real Madrid. What they've done there is they're looking after Dani Carvajal too because of his injury. So Dani Carvajal is probably going to be out for about 9 months, around that 9-month period. And I think he probably only had a year left in his contract. So, yeah, that's what Real Madrid are doing there. That's respect. They're respecting their player who's gave a lot to them. He's going to be out with a long-term injury. You won't see him again till next season now, probably. Yeah, probably in the start of next season, a 25, 26 season. So, yeah, I respect Real Madrid for doing that. It's what we did with Matip as well. We're extending Matip's contract a little bit so he could work through his injuries at the football club. Big up honesty with the Superman. Rolls Royce, a virtual 3-year King Salah free. Trent 5 years, then you can sell him with Virgil and Saudi recoup the money. I hear that. Big up my man Lakers in the chat as well. You're doing well. Rich said the thing with PP, people often forget is that resigning a player avoids transfer because letting players who are performing well go is often false economy for the reason replacing then costs more pound. It does, man. Lakers still wants another centre back. I do as well. Yeah, are all aware of this. Yeah, and that's why, that's why Liverpool have got to sorting out Quansah and Konate's contracts. Konate 2 years left in his deal. They weren't letting Konate go into next year with 1 year left in his deal. They're like, no, we've got to sort you out now, fella. Let's get this contract done. We can't go through all this crap. And they're getting contracts done to players they want signed up. Hopefully, breaking news as we've been live, we know Quansah has signed his new deal, and we're hoping maybe we hear something on Konate quite soon as well. We hope, because Konate needs to sign his new deal, man. We need Konate's deal signed. So yeah, Quansah, there he is, guys. So Gerald Quansah has signed his new deal. That deal is done. He signed a 5-year contract. I'm not sure what the contract's worth, but all I know, length of deal at the moment, apparently it's a 5-year deal. So big up to Gerald Quansah, man. Big up to Gerald Quansah. But we hope Konate signs as well. Big up Harry says, I think Virgil gets done first out of 3. Is it just about contract left for me? And I'll give him, yeah, I'm with you. I hear that, Harry. I hear that. And Nicholas says nobody knew about Quansah Konate. It is a very good point. So nobody is going to know anything about anything else. I agree, Nicholas. Great point you make there. And it's a fair point because, we only spoke about Konate's transfer on this channel. We on contract on this channel. We've been doing it this season, speaking about Konate only having 2 years left and how important that is to get done. I'm glad the club are looking at that and doing it behind the scenes, keeping it all hush-hush. That's great. And like Nicholas says, hopefully they get it sorted. Big up Dusty. So Jay, I disagree. It's the old regime's fault. Whoever's in charge now can settle his contracts right now. It's if it's a make an example thing, then it's a choice. I disagree. I agreed it was the old regime's fault. Or are you disagreeing it's the old regime's fault? Sorry, Dustin, I'm confused. I think we're both actually agreeing, Dustin, to be fair. I said the old regime are at fault for Virgil and all that only having 1 year left in their deal. Yeah, I think we're agreeing, Dustin. I think we're agreeing. It's so difficult, though, to sign guys up with 1 year left in their deal when you're new to the football club. Like, Richard Hughes is a new sporting director of the football club. Arnold Slot's a new manager to the football club. And then you got your 3 superstars with 10 months left on their contract. That is a very difficult position to be put in because the players have more of the power. They just do. It's hard to deal with. It should have been sorted out, man. It should have been. It should have been sorted out. I'm hoping all 3 sign. Obviously, I'm hoping he sorts out. Freddie says Michael Edwards isn't new. Why isn't he sorting it? She was busy for a second club. Well, he was new this summer. He weren't at the football club last year. But to be fair to Mark Edwards, that's not really his job. It's Richard Hughes' job to be fair on the whole thing. Yeah, big up Joe. I agree with. Oh, you disagree? I disagree. That's the old regime's fault. It's this one's responsibility now. Oh, I disagree with that, Dustin. I disagree massively with that, my friend. But we're all entitled to it, man. You can't let, Jurgen Klopp hired his sporting director, a big George Schmack. George Schmack was our sporting director. Not once did we get told they were looking at the contracts of Mo, Virgil, and Trent. Not once. And then in the summer, we all realised that they got 1 year left on their deal. I remember last season, we're all sitting there going, are we going to sign up Virgil, Trent and all that because they've got 1 year left on their deal? I mean, what's going on here? It should happen. It shouldn't happen to a club this size. And also, the same thing is, them three shouldn't bloody be on the same contract. Why is all three contracts running out on the same day? That shouldn't be happening. No, man, I blame them. I can't blame Michael Edwards or Richard Hughes right now because I've just come to the football club with players on 1 year left deals. I think they sign up. It's just going to be more difficult. I think with Trent, because you've seen it already. And the reason I blame the old regime is because I've seen it already that Konate had 2 years left in his contract, and the first thing they're trying to do is sign Konate to a new deal. So that's what I'm trying to say. When players have got 2 years left in their contracts, there's two things you do. You sign them to a new contract or you sell them. That's what you do. That is what you do in football. If you've got players that have got 2 years left on their contract, you either go to them, we need to sign you up for a new deal. If the player doesn't want to talk about a new contract right now, then you sell them and get market value. You don't let it go to 1 year. You just don't. It's madness to me. It's absolute madness to me. Yeah, Joe, contract's on now, but Joyce has come up with them making an example of things, which means it's a choice. Oh, yeah, I get the choice as well. No, don't get me wrong. I think signing Mo Salah up to a big new contract is a choice, and it's the one the club have got to make. Now, if you're looking at Mo this season so far, yes, he's got the goal return because it's what Mo does. But I know for a fact a lot of people are not happy with the way he's playing. And would Mo want more money? Would Mo want 400 grand a week and a couple of more years on top of what he's got? I do think that's a choice the club are going to have to make. I honestly do. I honestly do think that's a choice the club are going to have to make. They're going to have to look at it and go, is he worth that? Whatever they feel like. With Virgil, I've already said, with Virgil, I don't care what. Like, Virgil is our best player. He just is. You know, people might say it's Mo Salah. People might say it's Alex Becker. People might say it's Trent Alexander-Arnold. For me, Liverpool's best player is Virgil van Dijk. And as long as Virgil van Dijk's at Liverpool, Virgil van Dijk is Liverpool's best player. He just is. He just is. He just is for me. He makes everything tick. He makes everything tick, does Virgil. Everything we do. Everything we do. You know, he's the one I'd get signed up, man. He's going to get signed up. But big up, Dustin. It's nice having conversations and debates, my friend. It is good. It's what it's all about, guys. We all have conversations and debates about these sort of things, and we have a chat about it. Some of us agree and some of us disagree. But that's good, ain't it? That's the whole point of it. Big up, Tony says the other problem is the longer it takes, it make the player feel like he's not wanted enough. Yeah, exactly. But hopefully they're talking. So the rumours are right now that from Paul Joyce, from Fabrizio, from Chris Bascom, from all main players basically are saying that conversations are now happening. Conversations are now happening between all three parties, which is great. Because the last time we heard, No conversations are happening between the three parties, but at least conversations are happening now. I just think it depends what the club want and what the players want. You got to come to this. Look, I wouldn't look for me as a Liverpool fan. I would just go right, Mo, Trent, Virgil. What do you want? Just sign on the dotted line. Let's just get this done before. I just want a cup of tea, and we just get this done. Yeah, just sign the contract. What do you want? Yeah, you want that. You want that. Good. Right, go. Right, 3-year deal. So do the press conference tomorrow morning. Job done. Right, that'd be as a Liverpool fan. That's what we'd all do. But as people that run our football club, and they got to look after the investment that they've got, and they got to look after the present, and they've got to look after the future. They've got to make a bigger decision on it, ain't they? They got to make bigger decisions on it. And we also don't know what these players want right now. We don't know what these players want right now. We don't know if these players want this much money a week, these many years. We don't know. We haven't got a clue because big up. I can't remember who said it earlier, but when they said they're doing this all in quiet, and hopefully it stays like that. But we don't know what they want right now. Yeah, the club is looking at it long-term wise, and Virgil and Trent make sense for them. For me, it does. I know Virgil's the oldest out of all three, and it might sound mad when we're talking about future planning, but Virgil is our best footballer. He's our best player, and I just sign him up, man. I just sign him up. Big up Danny says a true overwhelming start by slot. Ali injured. We are virtually on the brink of a disaster with a lack of top quality in vital key areas of the pitch. We definitely need reinforcements. Big up, Danny. What do you mean by true overwhelming start? Let me know. Look, the Ali injury. Yeah, I get ya. But I think that's our only injury, I believe. I'm with you, though. Lacking top quality, vital key areas in the pitch. I agree. I think with the goalkeeping situation, I think our goalkeeping situation's probably where we do have the most quality in our depth. Kelleher will come in now, and Jaros will be the number 2 to Kelleher while Alisson's injured. So I'm all right with that. I think the midfield area is probably where you're getting at, Danny. And I agree with you, man. I've said it time and time again. Liverpool needed to sign a midfielder in summer. Liverpool need to sign a midfielder in January. We're missing that one player in our midfield. So I do agree with you that bit. Big up, man. Trent wanting 300k a week is crazy. Bro's a right back. Hope he knows that. Yeah, they're the rumours. Look, these are all rumours and juncture at the moment. We don't know what's fact and what is fiction. But at the moment, the rumours online is that Trent wants to be up there as the most valued player at our football club, which means he probably wants to be on Mo Salah money, which is 350 grand a week. He's the second highest paid right back in the league already on 180 grand a week. Only Reece James is on more as a right back. I've always said it. I think 275 is where Trent should be. It makes him the most expensive right back in the league then. At 275 grand a week. I think that's where the club and where everyone else would feel happy about it. But Trent might want to feel like the 20 years that he's been at Liverpool, because he's been here since I believe he was 6 years old. Everything he's won at Liverpool, everything he's done at Liverpool, he feels like he should be one of the top earners of our football club. And to get that status, he's got to get over that 250 grand mark. Interesting. According to Fabrizio Salah, Trent, Virgil priority is Liverpool. Also, Carvalho signed a new deal. And yeah, be out honestly. Appreciate the love, man. Appreciate the love. They should be a bloody priority as well. It should be the priority. We do have the best number 2 in the league. Yeah, the goalkeepers is where we have top replacements, no doubt about it. Don't forget we've got Mohamed really coming in next summer as well. Yeah, I don't think it's crazy either. Trent Trent wanting for it's not. Look. I think what people are thinking is, as a right back, 300 grand a week for a right back is a lot of money a week. But again, it's not our money, is it? So I think Liverpool probably be looking at the 250, 270 mark. If he's on 180 grand a week right now, Trent, if they're looking at the double his money, what's that? 320. It's 320 grand a week, doubling his money, I believe, ain't it? I can't do math. Or is it 360? It's 360 a week, ain't it? If they double it, 360 grand a week. So it's even more than, yeah. Yeah, Salah's on 350. To give Trent 350 a week, I don't think they sign Salah up. Are we thinking that if Trent gets Salah money, does Salah stay at the football club? Are we going to have 2 players at our club? And it's mad because a lot of clubs do this, but are we going to be a club where we have 2 players on 350 grand a week? You got to feel like Virgil's going to want to land 300 grand a week as well. What is he on? 200 grand a week right now? He might get a little boost up to 250, 260. I don't know. Don't know how this works. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Rashford's on 320. He ain't, is he? Is Rashford on 325 grand a week? Fuck you now. And you wonder why Man United are in trouble. You wonder why Man United are in trouble, man. You wonder why Man United are in trouble. So Grealish on 300k, so Trent is well within his. Now, the difference here, Double A, is that Rashford, Sterling and Grealish are all attacking players. They're all attacking players. Trent is actually a defender, is a right back. Now, so are we going to look at Trent a little bit differently? Is that what we do now? Are we going to look at Trent a little bit differently because of what he brings us? You know, because of the player he is. So do we have to look at Trent a little bit differently than just being a right back? Do we have to look at Trent as like a special player, a special talent? And that's what we're paying. We're not paying 300 grand a week for a right back. We're spending 300 grand a week on a special talent. Is that how we got to look at it that way? Maybe. Maybe we look at it that way because look, I can't get. Look, Trent has got so many assists. Trent's probably got more assists than Rashford, Sterling, and Grealish combined, more likely. And he's a right back. So if you look at it like that, do you pay him that money because of them reasons? Because he's a special talent. LK says Endo's cameo was hilarious. Yeah, Endo's cameo, man. I love Wataru, you know, and he's punching it out. Instead of going out for a goal kick and punching it out for a corner, and punching it out for a throw-in was hilarious. And then that slide tackle he did. Oh, man. Endo's cameo is excellent, guys. His cameo is excellent. That's what Endo does this season, man. That's what Endo's about this season. Cameos like that. I love Endo, man. I think Trent earns the right to ask 300 grand. I agree, man. I agree. I'm not going to disagree that he's got the right to ask for it. I'm not going to disagree at all. Breaking Premier League clubs with high levels of borrowing are now in danger of breaching profitability and sustainability rules. Did we borrow money? No. Arsenal did, though. Arsenal borrowed shitloads. They got free. Arsenal got free trips. My Wi-Fi come back in a minute, guys. I know my Wi-Fi. It's this computer. It's not actually Wi-Fi. Tomorrow, guys, I'm going to dump this computer in a bin where it belongs and just use my laptop. It's fucking dog shit. I believe Arsenal have borrowed a lot of money, and I believe they got interest-free loans on that money, on them loans as well. So, yeah, Arsenal could be the ones in trouble, which is why Arsenal might not. It's the reason Arsenal didn't spend as much in the transfer window as they should have because of that situation. Yeah. I don't think we borrowed anything. I think we took a bank loan out to buy Szoboszlai, if I remember rightly. I think we took a bank loan out to buy Szoboszlai, but that's 60 million quid, you know. I think Arsenal spent a couple of 100 million on loans. Oh, there you go, double A, yeah, there you go. We agreed. Great minds think alike. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. He has more. Big up Sammy in the chat. Yeah, very true. Yeah. Big up Sammy. I saw borrowed more than 200 million made up entirely of shareholder loans. I would sack on the pension. Yeah, this could come and bite Arsenal in the arse. Trent is special talent, but there are limits. I agree. Oh, double A! It's the greatest thing I've seen this season. I've not seen anything better this season. The shithousery in that handball in the corner was just beautiful. He literally laying on the floor and just punched it out, and then he had a little look at the ref, and the ref didn't notice, and he sort of just got up and got on with it. And then Crystal Palace foul-throwed it, which is even funnier because they foul-throwed it. It was the funniest shit, man. Oh, I was laughing my arse off. It was legendary. It was legendary in Dodona, you know. It was legendary. I love Wataru, man. I love Wataru. Let's get some Wataru time in the chat, you know. Let's get some Wataru time in the chat. Let's get some Wataru love in the chat. Big up, Mickey. Oh, big up, Dustin. I hear you. Yeah, 71 million's all right. 71 million's fine. I think they're on about the hundreds. They're on about the hundreds. Big up, Josh. Hope you're doing good, man. Big up, Urim. Hope you're doing good. We loaned it to ourselves though, Tone, didn't we? And then they paying back the loan. So our owners took the loan from the club and paid back the loan through the so they're paying it back, so it's not a problem. But I think our loan debt is at 71 million or 78 million. I'm reading it now. I think our loan debt is only in the 70 millions, where a lot of clubs have spent hundreds of millions on loans, and they've got interest-free loans as well. So, yeah, they're the ones that are going to be in trouble, man. The thing I will say about FSG, like them or not, they make sure whatever they do, they can't get done for it. Whatever they do, they can't get done for it. So if they've only got a loans of 70 odd million pound loans, yeah, they're it's all right. It's all right. Big up Andrew in the house. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Hope you're doing well. And undefeated. That yeah. Just we have depth, but not enough top quality in the DM and centre back area. That's how I'm proved wrong. Again, it's about getting the right personalities positions to play slot ball in slot of trust. Big up, Danny. Much love to you, man. I agree with you, Danny, as well. I think we all agree with you, especially in that midfield area. We definitely agree. Endo shithousery is the best, man. Can't beat it. And then that tackle. Who did he do the tackle on? Who did Endo completely go through on that tackle? What's his name? Oh, he came on for Palace in the midfield, didn't he? The blonde guy with the blonde beard, blonde hair. Oh, what's his name? Can't remember his name now, but Endo completely went through him, won the ball and everything. And then moments after that, the handball in the car. Oh, it's just beautiful. I love Endo, man. I love Endo. We controlled the game better against Palace when Endo came on. We certainly did. Yeah, Slot weren't happy with the ref. The ref was shit, man. Drew and Punk, yeah, best sell match I've seen in 10 years, Connor. Easy. Who would you say is a team is like a final boss? Virgil, probably. You're right, Jamie. We had to pay Spozo 60 million release clause in one single payment. That's why we took out a loan to get it done. Yeah. So it was the Szoboszlai one. The loan on the stadium, I believe, it went through the club itself, didn't it? So the loan was against the club itself. So it's like, and then paid back into the club, sort of thing. So I don't think that's an issue. I don't think that's an issue so much. Because the club was put up as collateral, if I remember rightly. So I don't think it's too bad. Will Hughes, that's it. Will Hughes. There you go, Will Hughes. There you go. He absolutely smashed the shit out of him. It's hilarious. It was a brilliant tackle. It was great. Yeah, Endo came on with a point of proof, man. Endo came on with a point of proof. He's just told Slot, look, I'm useful. You need me for a 20-minute cameo. Don't worry, boss. I'm here. Yeah, that's what I like about Endo, man. I think that's what we get from Wataru this season. I don't think Wataru starts too many games. He'll start the odd game here and there, but for them games to come in for 20 minutes, for 30 minutes to come in and just have them cameo appearances and do what he did, that's perfect, man. That's perfect for me. Yeah, Endo's a beast, man. Who we're targeting in January? I still think Liverpool want a certain Spanish midfielder that plays in the mountains. I do think that's who the ball. This computer's doing my head in. Guys, I apologise for this stream. What I might do another stream later tonight to give you a better one because this computer's effing me up. Guys, what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to go now and try and sort this computer out because it's not giving me the quality I need. And I can't stream on it. It's a pain in the ass. So what I do is an apology to you guys. I might do another video later and we'll have another chat. Been good talking to you guys again. We haven't spoke for a few days, so I do like it when I can get on there, get live and talk to you guys. So I'm going to have to sort something out because this computer's not it. It's bugging me up now. So hopefully I can get something done soon and we'll have another video. But much love, guys. Thank you for joining me. I think I've read out all the supers as well. Yeah, big honesty and LK with the supers today, supporting the channel. Much love to you guys. Much love to all the members. Much love to everyone who's liked the video. Been here all the way through. Much love to all you guys. I might see you guys again later, guys. I'm going to sort this computer out. Thank you very much for joining me. See you soon. Bye-bye.